For today's workout, we're going to be doing some hip internal rotation. It's from a couple positions, so we have like a modified 90-90 and also an elevated bear sit. So for that, recommending either medicine ball or some pillows or something, even a short stool so that you can be elevated. It's just trying to create a couple variables from our normal bear sit position, but if you don't want or have anything like that available, all the equipment is optional, as well as from our 90-90, I'm recommending a tension object, so something to squeeze onto, grab onto, maybe a wall to plant into while you're working, something like that. But also, again, everything is the equipment today is totally optional. So we'll go ahead and jump in. We're going to be starting off with with our spine car, side lying hip car, and then our knee cars. So for that, for our spine car, you can do it from standing, you can do it from kneeling like me, you can do it from a low kneeling. For today's workout for myself, I'm going to choose a high kneeling position, and I'm adding tension by squeezing my knees with this block. And for those not familiar with the spine car, we're taking our spine, mostly T-spine, right? So imagine I have an x-ray. This area of my spine, flexion, we're taking it through flexion, rotation, and extension. So it's gonna look like this. I'm crunching down as much flexion as I can without bending forward at the hip. So just rounding that spine, taking as much flexion as I can. Once I've maxed that out, I'm going to rotate. So create as much rotation as I can without turning my torso or my hips. That it limits it when I do this, limits it when I do this, right? But as I'm kind of standing and working in some of the other positions, that becomes more available, which is why I'm choosing this position for today, but choose a position that works for you. So I get my rotation. Once I max out that flexion and rotation, I'm going to arch back to that back corner. Hold that arch, hold that extension as I rotate to the other side, and then I move back into flexion. And we'll go back and forth, so then we'll switch directions. I'll go the other way, flexion, rotate the other way, arch back, around, and down. And we'll just do 3 of each of those, and then we'll move on to the next one. So we'll start off nice and tall. I like my arms across the chest, but you can have them down at your side. You can have them out in front of you, whatever helps you get into your best spinal movement. So rounding down into flexion. I'm using my abs, the front side step, to curl, crunch that spine, curl. Once I max that out, rotate. Get that maximum rotation, hold rotation, and work to extension. Arch your back all the way from the bottom to the top. Hold that arch. Rotate over to the other side. Max out that rotation. Once you're there, round forward, holding that rotation. Middle, and now we'll reverse it. Round down, twist the other way. Move it to extension, arching the full back, holding extension as I round over to the other side. Flexion, middle, and reverse it again. So back to the original direction, turn, max out rotation, get extension, hold extension as I'm rotating to the other side, round forward, middle, and reverse it. Forward into flexion, and last one, flexion with rotation. Hold rotation, arch back. Arch that whole spine as you come around. Extension, hold extension as you rotate around. Once you max out rotation, flexion, and reverse it. Flexion, rotation, extension, rotate over to that other side, holding that arch in your back. Once you've maxed out that rotation, round forward, middle, and take it up. All right, we're going to lie down on our side for the next one. For our side lying hip cars, your top leg is going to be the working leg. And what we're doing is taking our hip through its full rotational range of motion. So bottom leg is just kind of out of the way. If it's more comfortable in front, if it's more comfortable in back, either way. What you're going to do is you get your hip external, bring up a little flexion, and get some hip external rotation. So as if I'm trying to bring my inside, rotate my inside ankle up towards my head. I'm squeezing that inner groin. Then I'll start lifting the knee up towards my chest while still trying to hold that rotation. Once I max that out, I'll swing it out to the side. Now without spilling over, go as far to the side as I can, then hold up there. Then I'm going to rotate my foot back. So I'm rotating, push back into extension, around knees meet. Then I'll reverse it, kick back, lift out to the side, rotate under, knee back towards that chest with external rotation and down. All right, so we'll have 3 of those on each leg. I forgot to mention at the beginning of class, if anybody needs any modifications or has any questions or anything like that, just go ahead and type it out in the chat. I have my window open, so I'm monitoring that just in case you need any modifications or anything's not clear. We'll get that all addressed. So here we go. Sideline, external rotation. Squeeze, bring that knee up towards the chest. Once you max that out, swing it out to the side as far as you can without rotating over. So just as far as you can to the side. Hold up there, rotate that foot back, right on this axis. So I'm turning that back, then I'm going to kick back into extension, not arching my back, just at the hip, around the knees meet. Kick back, lift straight out to the side, rotate under. Keep squeezing under as you bring that knee back towards the chest, around and down. That's 1. Here we go. Number 2, external. Knee to chest, out to the side, rotate back, kick back, around and down, kick back, open out to the side, rotate under, knee goes back to the chest. That's 2. One more time. External. Swing it out to the side as far as you can. Squeeze. Rotate foot back. Kick back. Around and down. Reverse it. Squeeze back. Lift out to the side. Rotate under. Just and down. Alright, we'll switch to the other side. As we're doing these, you're trying to get as much range of motion as possible and kind of ramping up the tension. So for today's purposes, we're using our cars to kind of warm up before we get into our exercises. So kind of normally you could easily just kind of move. The movement feels good. Movement feels good for my hips, and it's kind of low intensity. For these, right now, the intent is to kind of warm them up. So you're squeezing a little harder, trying to get a little bit more range, really priming those joints for some of these exercises we're going into. So don't just kind of move through. Feel what muscles are working, what's contracting, and try to make them work a little bit harder as we're warming these joints up. All right? External rotation. Knee to chest, and I'm grabbing my hands together. You can grab onto something so you don't fall back, but I'm just creating more tension. A big squeeze. Rotate out to the side. Rotate that foot back. Kick back into hip extension. Around and down. And then I'm squeezing my butt, pushing back. Squeezing my outer hip, lifting. Squeezing groin as I'm rotating back under. Hip flexor, knee to chest. Around and down, that's 1. External rotation, hip flexion, big squeeze out to the side. Rotate back, pushing back, round it down, squeeze back, lift, come back under. Everything else is staying super tight, like a statue. Only movement is coming through my hips. External, flexion, abduction, internal, pushing back, kick back, around and down, squeeze back, lift, come under, your chest, keep squeezing that, around and down, and we'll sit up for knees. So we're sitting here, and knees, what we want is, we want this rotation happening. So whatever you do with this leg doesn't matter. Your bent leg is going to be your working leg. So the first kind of part of this movement I want you to get down is this. I'm not just moving my foot, I'm rotating this whole thing here. From my knee down, rotating that whole shin, rotating in, rotating out, rotating in, rotating out. Okay, so get that rotation happening, knee rotation. And to that knee rotation, we're going to add in knee extension, kick out, turn in, and knee flexion, pulling back. All right, so grab your thigh, hold it nice and tight. Only thing that's moving is the lower leg. Twist out, kick out, turn in, pull back. Twist out, kick out, turn in, pull back. Turn out, kick out, turn in, pull back. Now we're turning in to start. Turn in, keep squeezing that tension in as you kick out. Turn out, keep squeezing that tension out as we pull back. All about the tension. Turn in, kick out, turn out, pull back. Last one. In, kick out, turn out, and pull back. We'll switch to our other leg. Get that rotational movement happening. Make sure you can try to feel all of that. Feel that inner knee pulling in. Feel that outer knee contracting as you turn out. In and out. You can even put your hands, just as a test, right behind your knee and feel what's kind of pulling on the back side of the knee to help create that movement. Okay, so we've got that. I'm locked in. I'm going to turn out, kick out, turn in, pull back. Turn out, kick out, turn in, pull back. Turn out, kick out, turn in, pull back. Now I'm turning in, twisting in the whole time. Twist in, kick out, turn out, pull back. Twist in, kick out, turn out, pull back. Last one, twist in, kick out, turn out, and pull back. All right, our knees and hips are primed and ready for the work that we are going to do. We're going to slide from here where we were into a 90-90 position. And it's called 90-90 because my back leg here is making a 90-degree angle and my front leg here is making a 90-degree angle. We're not too caught up with positions in this class. We just utilize the positions to best access the tissues and the motions that we want. So the positions can be a little bit, modified to suit your needs. You can pull this knee in. It doesn't have to be exactly 90. You can kick it out, whatever kind of helps you feel best what we're trying to feel. We're going to be working mostly on this back leg from this position. So try to turn, lean back, turn towards that back leg, and I want you to feel a stretching sensation kind of going through this upper inner part of your hip, somewhere through here. So try to find that as you turn. So I'll just give you a few seconds to scan. You can change this setup. You can change this angle a bit. You can play with, right? It doesn't have to be straight out. It could be here. You can play with it here. You can extend more. play with it so that you best find that rotation happening through the hip. Once we go there, this is where the optional equipment comes in. You can put blocks to help push your hands. Sit back as we're going to be turning into that leg. So you can use blocks to push. You can also hold a little weight or one of those pillows to create extra tension as we're torquing and twisting into that. So little modification if you want extra equipment. What we're going to do for the exercise is get into that twisted position. So we're going to start out of the position, drive that back foot down. So as if I'm trying to do this, but the ground is blocking me. So I'm pushing down with that heel, and then I'm going to turn into that stretch that I just worked on finding. So I'm 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep trying to twist deeper into that stretch. Once I've gotten there, I'm going to hold for just a second, and then I'm going to release that, so I'm not pushing anymore, and now I'm trying to lift. So I'll squeeze up the other way. I'm squeezing now the top side, trying to lift, and as I reverse, at some point my foot will come off if I'm squeezing hard enough to lift. So I'm squeezing to lift. It doesn't come off yet. I'm still squeezing, trying to get it, and maybe about here it comes off. Once it comes off, I'm going to hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and we'll have 5 of those, okay? Hopefully that all makes sense. It's kind of a lot, but once we do it, it's not that much. So we'll come here, start driving down at that ankle, creating tension through that underside of the hip. I'm pushing down, and now I'm slowly turning, trying to get to that end range. 5, 4, 3, 2. If you're ready at your end range, just keep squeezing tension and release. Now try to lift that ankle. Squeeze, lift that ankle, and we're starting to come back, come away, and at some point the ankle lifts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Drive down again with that ankle pushing down. And now we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in our deepest position. Release that contraction. Try to lift that foot. I'm coming back over. I'm still trying to lift. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 2. Set that foot down. Drive down hard. Slowly start turning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're in that end range. We're holding for just a second. Release that contraction and try to lift that foot. Try to lift, squeezing all of that upper hip as I'm coming back over, and my foot comes off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that foot down. Start pushing down. Turning over. 5, 4, 3. Get deep. 2, 1. Squeeze that foot up. Lift up. And we're coming off. And that foot comes off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes down. Last one. Start driving down. Big tension and start turning towards it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Start squeezing, lifting that foot up using top side hip. Start coming off. Back to that starting position. And that foot lifts off. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides, switch legs, gonna go the other way. So find that position where you can get that stretch on the back leg. The best position for you. This is gonna be it for me here. Give you guys a couple seconds to kind of explore and find whether you lean more back, lean more forward, whether you arch your pelvis, right? Arch your back that way to find it. Tuck your tailbone under. Find your own kind of personal, everybody's is going to be a little bit different. Once you've found that sensation, use that tissue and start pushing down at the foot. Squeeze, and now start turning towards that deep stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that foot up, start squeezing the other way, and we're twisting back out, twisting back out, twisting back out, and my foot finally lifts off. I'm squeezing. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, drive down, and start twisting back towards it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up. Start coming out of it. Trying to lift that foot off as soon as you can. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that foot down. Drive down. Turning back into it. Turning into that leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up. Trying to lift that foot off. Lift that foot off. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Drive down and start turning towards it. Turn, turn, turn. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up. Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. And lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that foot down. Last one. Push down. And start turning towards it. Big turn, big turn, big turn. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up. Coming off of it. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to switch it back to the other side. Find either the same position or scan for another position. So with that work, something might have opened up, stuff might have shifted a little bit, and you might feel a better stretch in a different position now. So explore, see if you can find anything different, anything better. I'm going to close my angle up a little bit for myself here. That feels like I'm getting pretty good. And we'll do the same thing here. We're doing 3 repetitions with a little higher intensity now. So really try to, by number 5, or by number 3, I'm sorry, as we're twisting in, by number 3, you should be pretty cooked, pretty much done. So, and then squeezing off. So here we go. Start pushing that foot down hard, drive down, using that inside hip stuff as best you can, and turn towards it. 5, 4, 3, 2, high intensity, and 1. Rotate off, rotate off, rotate off, rotate off. Trying to lift that foot up. It finally comes off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 1. As you're lifting the hip off, trying to think only this is rotating, right? So I'm not kind of shifting my whole butt to lift off, just femur moving in pelvis, right? My femur in that hip socket, just rotating in there to create that movement. So I'm not shifting my whole body to create that, just squeezing these muscles to create that hip movement. Drive that foot down hard and rotate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and squeeze the other way. It doesn't initially lift. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, getting out of it, and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down, drive down, pushing back into it. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze tight. Lift the other way. Squeeze that top side hip. Keep moving away until you can rotate it off for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and switch over to the other side. When you switch over, it doesn't have to be the same between your right and left. So on my right side, I was working it tighter. Maybe this side, I work it wider because I feel that better. It's all internal rotation, but we're just hitting the areas of our hips that we need to work. So find an area that you feel it. It might be the same, it might be different, it might be the same as the first one. Find it. I'll go from here, squeeze that foot down, and start turning towards that back leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, squeeze up, starting to come off, come off. Come off until I can lift that foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 1. Put the foot down, drive it down, and start turning back towards it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Squeeze that top side hip coming off. Big squeeze. Really try to get it off as soon as possible. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put it down. Drive it down and start turning back into it. Last one, best one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up. And reversing. Trying to get that foot off. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. All right. We'll move into series number 2, which is our elevated bear sit. So if you have your elevated surface, go ahead and sit on it, your pillows, your stool. If not, bear sit on the ground. So I'm kind of just sitting right here, right legs nice and wide. Again, almost like 90s, but nothing is exact. So I just like kind of, today I'm trying to use the elevated surface. And what we're going to do is more internal rotation. So now we're taking our hip, rotating it into internal rotation. Again, you can play with the amount of bend here, extension there. You can play with how much it's in. You can play with how wide out. The only thing I don't want is you feeling a pinching on this inside as we come down. If you're feeling a pinching in here, adjust the position. That may not be the best position for you. You may need to be more elevated. You may need to be flatter if you're getting that pinching, but we're not pushing into any pinching. So find a position where you don't have any pinching. I'm just looking for making sure no notes are coming up with pinching. Cool, we're looking good. So what we're going to do, once we get into that position, block it in there. And what we're gonna do is try to use these muscles to push out. So I'm not rotating my whole pelvis, I'm just, again, rotating out. It may only move, well, it's not gonna move at all because we have an isometric, but I'm using this, I'm squeezing out for 30 seconds. Then I'll use the inside and try to squeeze down. What I'm not doing is altering my body position to create movement. I'm just creating movement from the hip. All right, so let me grab my stopwatch. Find that position for yourself, whether it's wide coming in, narrow coming in, extended out, coming back. You also don't want any feeling kind of through this medial knee here. So getting any sensations or too much stretching there, it means that your hip stretch is too aggressive. You're going past your hips, rotational capacity, and that force is now going down to your knee. So don't feel anything in the knee, just try to find that hip sensation, find that, block it in, everything tight, and start trying to push back up against that hand using outer hip. 30 seconds to fatigue. Here we go. Big push, squeezing up, lifting, squeezing against that hand. 2 hands if you need to. But just try to isolate it to these outer hip muscles. Make those outer hip muscles work. 15 seconds. You're just past the halfway now. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, stay in this exact same position, and now try to use your inner hip to pull that knee towards the ground. I'm squeezing, right? I'm squeezing down this way, squeezing down, just using my hips though. Nothing else is moving. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that hand, lock it back in. You should be in a little deeper stretch now. Scan if you need to. Alter your position, whether this comes in, out, if you have a great stretch right now, just stay in that same position. We're going to ramp this one up. We're going to do a 15 seconds to fatigue. So we're locked in. Use the outside hip to start pushing up against your hand again. Ramp, strong, and reach high fatigue in 15 seconds now. So you're pushing a little harder, you're getting tired a little sooner. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big drive down. Squeeze that inner hip to pull that knee down towards the ground. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Other leg. We'll switch to the other leg. Scan. Find a good position for yourself. No pinching on that inside hip. Might be the same as your other leg. Might be different. Find it. No pinching here. No stress on that inner knee. Find a good position for yourself. And you can rotate towards it to set up, or rotate away from it. But once you've found your setup, then you lock your torso into position. So I'm going to be here. Find your outer hip muscles. Use those to start pushing against the hand. 30 seconds. Push. Try to isolate. Not using other parts of our leg or our body. We're just using that hip tissue that is stretching. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inner hip, squeezing that knee down towards the ground. 30 seconds. Connecting mentally, feeling inner hip, squeezing, pulling down, 20 seconds. Last 15. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Replace hand. Scan. See if you can find a different or better stretch. Once you've found it, we've got 15 seconds to fatigue. So I'm locked in. Start pushing against that hand. Ramp it high and go 15 seconds. Try to get to fatigue just in that outer hip. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze down, get to fatigue in 15. Big squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, final circuit before retesting our hip cars. It's not even a circuit, it's one exercise. So we're just gonna now, we've done all the squeezing in, we've done all the squeezing out. Now we're just gonna translate that to movement, actually moving the hips. We can go from modified bear sit, if that feels good for you, just swiveling that hip. We're just swiveling it in, squeezing down, swiveling it out. You go bear sit. So if it feels better for you, not elevated now, squeezing this way. Just notice, same thing, pelvis is staying aligned, right? The only movement is happening at the hip, so I'm not shifting and turning at the pelvis to create that movement. It's just femur moving in the last version, and I say that because in this version here, we'll see a lot of this happening, and all I'm doing is just altering my whole pelvis position. What you'll want to do is keep your pelvis still, right? And now it's just hip rotation. So any variation of those three positions. We're going swiveling in, swiveling out. We'll go 5 repetitions. Tension all the way through. So find your end. Fight for more, just like we were doing here. Fight for more. Swivel out, find your end, fight for more. It's easy to find tension. Squeeze at the ends. I want you to maintain tension through the middle as if you're pushing through something the whole time. You can even give your hand as resistance if you can't squeeze enough on your own. Give yourself some resistance. Give yourself some resistance, or you can have a band if you have one, pulling out, switching, pulling in. So we'll just go that way. Ready? So let's start wide as you can and start pushing in. Swivel in, tension, and push out, push out, push out, push out, push out. That's 1. In, squeezing in and down as hard as you can. Tension. If I'm at the end and you're still working, just work. Or if you're at the end and I'm still moving, just keep squeezing and open up. Open up, squeeze out, squeeze out, squeeze out, squeeze out. In, just keep constant tension on there the whole time, whether it's through the middle, through the bottom. Keep squeezing and go out. Go out. Go out. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. In, big squeeze. Keep squeezing and high tension out. High tension out, high tension out, high tension out. That's 4. Last one, squeeze in, high tension. Big squeeze, tension in, and tension out. Out, 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 and switch legs. Starting wide, tension in, and out. 1, squeeze in, and squeeze out. Out, out, out. Squeeze in and out. 3, squeeze in. Big squeeze in and out. 4, last one, squeeze in. And squeeze out for 5. Last thing, we're just going to take it back down and retest our side hip carves. So we've done a lot of rotating, right? In and out, so, right? That out will help us here. Rotating in is going to help us on this part. So rotating, finding that. Here we go. Squeeze, rotating that external rotation. Squeeze the chest, out to the side, rotate it back. Round, down, knees meet, kick back, lift, out to the side, rotating under. Up, round or down, one more, nice and smooth. Smooth hip motion, trying to get a nice, smooth, big circle of rotations. And we'll switch sides. Big external rotation. Chest, good. Rotate back. That's that foot lifting off. Rotation. Kick back. Round and down. Kick back. Lift. Foot coming under. That rotation happening. And one more nice big smooth rotation. Round and down. Kick back. To the side. Rotate around. Big external coming up. And down. Great job. Nice work, everybody. Hope you had a good workout.